my name is Mia and welcome to Honeybee Chinese. By the end of this video, you should be able to dub the verses 2 to 4 of the song yourself and at the same time understand the lyrics in those verses. Please click on like and subscribe in order to get more lessons and more importantly, to get part 3 of this 4-part song series breakdown. How we will do this is first you will watch me dub the song, which is what you are aiming to do at the end of all of these videos, and I've linked that in the below. Then you will learn with this clip whereby I break down all the lyrics step by step or character by character. Then we will test your knowledge in a very short quiz, and then it is your turn to dub. So let's get straight into breaking down the lyrics. Okay, so the word 用 means use, 心 means heart, and those two words should be read together, although I've separated them because they make sense separately. In this lyric, you should really be reading those two words together. So 用心 means use your heart. 知趣 doesn't really have a direct match for match word match in this English translation, but 珍惜 means to cherish. Now, the word, as I said, 珍惜 means to treasure or to cherish, and basically I've picked out these couple of sentences from Chinese Pod, which I think is quite a good resource if you're trying to self-learn Chinese. And I've picked out 2 sentences that I think are very useful and something that you'll be able to use in everyday life. So let's have a read of and have a listen to them first.
老师总是勉励我们珍惜时间，努力拼搏。
我是珍惜我们的友谊呀！一旦成为室友，那不是等着日后拔刀相向吗？
Okay, so first sentence. 老师总是勉励我们珍惜时间，努力拼搏。Now, as you can see, that sentence basically is saying the teacher's telling us to cherish our time and use it effectively and work hard. And basically the gist of that sentence is very applicable everyday life. So it's, you know, it's equivalent to the Western notion of saying, seize the day, you only live once, really make the most of each moment that you have. So that's basically how you would use it, right? 鼓励我们, it uses the word 勉励, which is a bit more advanced, I think. But basically, the word 珍惜时间 means cherish time and make the most of it. The next sentence is 我是珍惜我们的友谊啊, which is because 一旦成为室友，那不是等着日后拔刀相向吗? So which is saying, you know, because I cherish our friendship, that's why I don't want to live with you, because then we're more likely to fight every day, and to preserve our friendship, that's why I'm not doing this. And that kind of, you know, situation arises very often. Too much closeness, too much intimacy is likely to cause conflict, and that's a way of cherishing the friendship or to treasure the friendship. Okay, so 隐藏在 means concealed. 心中 means within my heart. 每一个 means every. 真实 means real. 心情 means frame of mind. Okay, so 现在 means now. 释放 means release. and 出去 means to go out. But it hasn't really been translated in the English version, like, because it wouldn't make sense to say release now, get out, right? So, oh, sorry, release now, go out, right? Just release now, it captures the meaning of the entire lyric. So the word 释放 means to release, and as you can imagine, this word is used quite often in political contexts, right? So for instance, in this sample sentences which I've gotten from Yellow Bridge, Lincoln 释放了奴隶, which is saying Lincoln set the slaves free. And basically another way of translating that is Lincoln released the slaves. Is why 释放 has been used in this sample sentence. A more kind of less political context, well, you can look at this sentence. 他把小鸡从笼子里释放出来, which is saying she set the bird free from the cage. And I'm not sure why in Yellow Bridge with these sample sentence translations they haven't used the word release. But you know, it also means, I guess, to set free. So either way. So those two sentences are quite good examples of how you would use the word 释放. Okay, so 我想要 means I want. So 我 means I, 想要 is would like or want. 呈现 means to appear. 有力量 means stronger. Okay, so obviously you can see within this lyric, the word stronger and 有力量, they're positioned very differently in the sentence structure. So for instance, in the Chinese lyrics, 有力量 is at the very end, but the English translation, to make sense, it has put stronger right and much earlier in the sentence. 世界前 means before the world. So the word 呈现 means to appear, and this word is a bit more formal, I would say. Although it sounds straightforward to appear, it's used more in a more formal context. So let's just have a look at these example sentences. And I think I got these from Purple Culture Net. And so, yeah, let's have a look at them first and then deconstruct them.
网页无时无刻不在变化，你眼前所呈现的东西也在变。人们如何进入这些不断变化的网页呢？对此我非常感兴趣，他说。一个网站应该完成所有的工作，呈现给访客的只是那些他们寻找的东西。
Okay, so both of these sentences, these example sentences, are quite complicated, or not complicated in a native Chinese speaker's complicated, but it's a lot more complex than saying I want to appear before the world, which is what MULAN did in the reflection song. It's more complex than saying I want to appear stronger, right? Although there are some example sentences which I haven't picked out that do say that. But in the first instances, like in this box, for instance, it's saying, you know, the internet pages are always changing, and so what is appearing on these pages is also changing. And then he says, well, how are people going to manage this thing that's constantly in flux? And I'm interested in that. And that's something that this person is saying. The next sentence, sentence 3, 一个网站应该完成所有的工作，呈现给访客的只是那些他们寻找的东西, which is saying, you know, a website, the purpose of a website is that it will do all the work, and what it will present to the visitors is only what they're looking for. And in some aspects, you could use that word maybe even in a meeting context, in a work context where, you should be doing all the back work yourself, and then what you are showing to the client or what you're showing to your boss is the finished product, not a work in progress. But yeah, sentence 3 is basically saying, a website should do all the work, and what it should present or give to the visitors is what they're looking for. And the rest, like filtering through other results, irrelevant results, well, yeah. 有力量 means powerful. Where Mulan says 我想更有力量的. And so I've just chosen, there are a couple of on screen, as you can see, example sentences, but this sentence I think is used, you would be able to use it in a very day-to-day context where you're saying the music is very powerful and it's very evocative, and you say, and how you would say that is 这样产生的音乐有时很有力量，并且有号召力感召力。So yeah, so that's one way of saying that the music is very powerful. So 音乐很有力量。So 更有勇气 means more courageous. Okay, so 更有 means more, and courageous means 勇气. And 生命 means life, and I think we broke that down in our first video of the MULAN series. Again, 勇气 means to have courage, and again, these sentences are from Yellow Bridge, and as you can see, there are quite a few that you can look at, but the third one I've chosen is 我佩服你的勇气 is something you can imagine being used every day. Oh, I admire your courage. Say if someone goes, if they do something brave, like jumping off a cliff into the water or doing, skydiving, I admire your courage. Wow, that's so brave, that kind of thing. So 我佩服你的勇气, I admire your courage. So 我眼中的自己 is 我眼中的 is in my eyes, and 自己 means I. So 每一天 means every day, and 相信都相信 means believe. 相信 means believe, but 都 is just a word put in kind of to link the sentence in a grammatical way that makes sense. So 相信 means to believe, and I think these example sentences from Chinese Pod are quite good, so let's have a look.
相信。
你还会再相信他吗？你不相信宗教？相信自己，一定能跨越困难。
Okay, so as you can see from this Chinese pod, there are so many example sentences where you can use the word 相信, and the 3 sentences I've chosen to play back to you has been chosen to show the variety of contexts that you can use, not just in I believe in myself kind of a context, which is the third sentence, but the first one is like can you still believe in him when, and it's implied that maybe someone has lied, and can you still believe him or what he says? And the second one is, do you believe in religion? And that's something you can really use it in everyday life. So 活的 means in living, 越来越 means more and more. 像 means like. 我爱的自己 and in this lyric, in living to be more and more like the self I love. 我爱的自己 it could be, if you were just to use it as a separate standalone sentence, is so the best version of myself, the person I am proud of, kind of. It basically means that, but 我爱的自己 means the self I love. Okay, so 越来越. Now, this 越来越 is, as this video that I'll play to you, explains a bit more thoroughly and quite good again. Cambridge, HSK, authority kind of Chinese teaching schools, as is CCTV, but 越来越 is a very commonly used sentence structure. Very common.
我们学习两个结构，越来越和越越。越来越 means more and more, increasingly. We can add either an adjective or verb after it, and it indicates the changing degree occurs as time passes. 我们先看一下越来越的例子。越来越 can be followed by an adjective. 最近的天气越来越热。他的中文越来越好。当越来越 is followed by a verb, it's normally a mental verb. 比如喜欢、想 and so on. 我们看一下例子。我越来越想去中国。我越来越喜欢吃中国菜。
Okay, so as you can see from this video, it explains it quite well, and then it really breaks it down to tell you that the sentence is often used, it's followed by a verb, followed by an adjective, and he's getting increasingly good and competent at a certain skill, like he's in the first sentence. The girl says in this video is he's getting better and better at his Chinese, which is a context that you can use. And another one is I increasingly more and more have this urge to go to China. So both are good sentences. I think this video is quite good to really break down the sentence and how to use it. Again, it's by Cambridge, very, very authoritative source. So if you have some time, maybe you should watch the entire video, and it's all on YouTube. If you just type in, as HSK learning tips, sentence structure, it'll come up straight away, or Cambridge, for instance. Okay, so that's the verses 2 to 4 already done. We've broken down lyric by lyric of verses 2 to 4, and so now it's time to give you a very short test of your knowledge, just to see if you've been paying attention. Okay, so the question we have for you is, which of the below is not a way of saying powerful / courageous mentioned in this video? Again, let's just make sure again in this video. So A means 勇气, B 有力量, and C is 相信. So I'll give you just a moment there to kind of think about it, maybe go back and play it. Okay, so let's stop that there, and the answer to the question is C, 相信, because 相信 actually means to believe, so it is not a way of saying powerful or courageous. A and B are both ways of saying powerful and courageous. And so we've done the hard yards. You've watched me dub, hopefully. You've learnt and paid attention to the lyrics of the clip. You've been able to answer the short quiz. And so now's the fun part. It's your turn to dub. And so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. And if you have any questions that you need more clarification on how to use certain sentence structures, or if anything you would like to be explained a bit more thoroughly or carefully, please comment in the comment section below. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.